Okay, let's talk about it. The final exam is just around the corner, and we all know what's waiting for us, the extended response. Yep, that one big, high-stakes question that can really make or break your result. But what if I told you there's a proven method to totally ace it?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's not enough to just know your stuff. You have to show the examiner that you can think like a real business strategist. So today, we are going to unlock the exact framework that markers look for and reward in those top-tier responses.
So here's our game plan. We'll start by defining the challenge. Then I'll introduce you to your secret weapon. After that, we'll get inside the minds of the people who actually mark your paper. And from there, we'll walk step by step through how to build a response that ends with a powerful A-grade recommendation.
All right, let's get right into it. First things first, we have to understand the beast we're actually dealing with. What are the rules of the game for this extended response? So this is not just another essay. It's a formal business report, and you're writing it under some serious pressure. You get 2 hours plus a super important 15 minutes for planning to put together 400 to 600 words. And with up to 25 marks on the line, well, you can see how this one question has a massive impact on your final grade. Oh, and the kicker? It's all based on stimulus material you have never, ever seen before.
So, how in the world do you walk into an exam ready to tackle any random stimulus they throw at you? Well, you come prepared. You come armed with a powerful, super versatile tool. Your secret weapon for this is a SWOT analysis.
Now, I know this definition looks like it's pulled straight from the syllabus, because it is. But a SWOT analysis is really your framework. It's how you organize your thoughts and break down a really complex business situation from the stimulus into 4 nice, clear categories. You've got the internal factors you can control, your strengths and weaknesses, and then the external factors you can't, your opportunities and threats.
And listen, this isn't just some textbook theory I'm throwing at you. This is the real deal. Year after year, the official examiner reports tell us the exact same thing. Students who properly use a SWOT analysis to structure their thinking are the ones who get those top marks. It just shows you can systematically select, classify, and analyze information, which is exactly what they're looking for.
So, speaking of the markers, what do they really want to see when they're reading your paper? Let's pull back the curtain and look at some direct feedback from their past reports.
Okay, this right here is gold. It's straight from the 2021 and 2023 reports. Now, notice the 2 crucial parts here. First, you have to correctly classify the factors. Is it internal or external? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? But that second part, that's where the A grade is truly won. You have to provide an insightful analysis.
In this quote from the 2023 report just hammers that point home. It tells you exactly what insightful analysis means. The best responses don't just list a factor, they explain the impact it has on the business. What does this strength, this weakness, this opportunity actually mean for the business's bottom line? So let's just boil all that down, shall we? To get that top grade, you need balance, hit all 4 SWOT categories. You need evidence for every single point pulled directly from the stimulus. You absolutely must analyze the impact, that's the big one. You've got to evaluate, not just describe. And finally, just present it all clearly in your business report. A table works great for this. Okay, this brings us to what I think is the single most important skill that separates an average response from an absolutely outstanding one. It's the ability to go from just listing facts to actually analyzing what they mean. Just look at this comparison here. A weak response? It just lists things, makes these vague, generic statements, and kind of treats each point like it's on its own little island. A strong response is the complete opposite. It explains the implication of every point. It uses specific data from the stimulus, and, this is key, it starts connecting the dots between all the different factors.
Let's see this in action, because this is where it really clicks. A weak response just says, strength, established reputation. And the examiner's reading that, thinking, so what? A strong response links it directly to the stimulus and explains the impact. It allows them to charge more, which gives them a competitive edge and boosts their profits. See the difference? Same goes for the others. High staff turnover isn't just a fact, it's a direct hit to their profitability. A trend isn't just a trend, it's a doorway to a whole new group of customers. That is analysis.
Okay, you've done the hard work. Your SWOT analysis is complete, and your foundation is rock solid. Now it is time to build your grand finale. Crafting that final recommendation. Look, don't just end your report after the SWOT table. You've got to bring it all home. Just follow this 4-step path. First, synthesize. Take a step back and ask yourself, what's the big picture here? What story is my analysis telling me? Second, evaluate. Use those key business criteria, profitability, competitiveness, whatever fits. Third, based on that evaluation, make a clear, justified decision. And finally, recommend something. Propose a specific, actionable next step. What should the business actually do? This is the logical endpoint to all your amazing analysis.
Whew! We have covered a lot of ground. So let's wrap it all up into a simple, really powerful checklist that you can use in that 15-minute planning time to make sure you've hit every single mark.
Think of this as your pre-flight check before you start writing. Just ask yourself, have I covered all 4 categories? Is every point tied to evidence? Have I explained the impact, that all-important step? Am I connecting the dots? And hey, does my recommendation actually make sense based on everything I just wrote? If you can tick all these boxes, you are well on your way to an A.
Because really, that's what this is all about. It's not about memorizing a bunch of facts. It's about applying a strategic framework to prove you understand how business actually works. With a well-executed SWOT analysis, you're not just answering the question, you're providing a solution. You've totally got this.